Yeah. People are asking, people are doing the fucking, if you vote for her, she'll win, but for Jill Stein.
He had to give that up, which was a hard thing for him to do, but he had to give that up.
Election day is coming up on November 5th. Computer AI.
Like now. And
that's Theo, ORACLE.com/Theo. Yeah, it's crazy. That's the wildest thing to watch is people losing everything, you know?
Yeah, no, they lose everything, and many, many people. And in those days, it wasn't drugs. It wasn't like don't drink, don't take drugs. I don't think drugs, I don't even know whether they're even a factor. They happened pretty long time ago, but I think in those days, I don't think were drugs a factor. You go back 25 years ago.
Not like it is now.
Well, certainly not like now. And
yeah, and that actually takes me into something else I wanted to talk about, like alcohol.
Like, I'm already annoyed with a lot of the liberals that are like, you're not just like lying about how much you love Kamala Harris because you don't understand the severity of a Trump re-election. I do. But I'm not going to lie, regardless. But that's one aspect of this conversation. I'm already annoyed with all the liberals who are like, oh, Hasan is fucking hates Democrats. He's so stupid, blah, 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 blah. But then on the other side, now you got hella people being like, dude, what about Cornel West? What about Jill Stein? What about fucking the RFK guys are gone now? Or PSL. It's like, dude, vote for whoever you want, okay? Stop fucking bothering me.
And addiction is something that's really ramped up, even like you're saying, like in the past 20, 30 years in our country, right? And during the opioid epidemic, they estimate that like almost 600,000 people died.
Yeah.
And that doesn't even include the broken hearts and the deaths of families and circles of trust, all, you know, just people that lost a brother. Doesn't even include the actual the siblings,
right?
Or, you know, and so the ripple effect of that is huge. And there's that Sackler family that pretty much got away with it. You know, they had a financial slap on the wrist.
This is why I was talking about Jill Stein, because there's a video on TYT's like 11th channel with 7,000 views from 3 days ago. That's why. Bro, there's 27,000 people in this chat. Like, what are you talking about, dude? You think...
But we're one of the only countries that allows drug advertisements and pharmaceutical companies to advertise on television. Like, what do you think are things that you can do to help curtail that when you get into office?
So, well, we did a great job.
Does that make sense or not?
When you get into office, bro, he was president.
Yes, it does make sense. And we had committees, blue ribbon committees in certain cases, but committees that would meet. The big problem we have is, you know, fentanyl is probably the biggest. Opioid is bad. Opioid is bad too.
Yeah.
I think that's bad because everyone thinks, you know, in many cases, they think they're going to do away with pain. And literally the time is so short. If you take it for like 2 weeks, you're almost addicted to it. It's incredible when you
well, all of that is horrible. But
why do we allow that? How did you get addicted? How did?
No, I would just do cocaine. That was really, So not just,
That's down and dirty, right?
Yeah, and I mean, it was,
But you don't anymore?
No, I don't do it anymore, man, and I'm not doing it.
Is it too much? Too much to handle?
Some of the stuff started to get a real rattle in it, too. I don't know where we were even getting it from in this country, but yeah, it started to make me feel like I was a mechanic or something.
So the thing you go back to then is alcohol for the most part.
Right, yeah, but
I love that line. Started making me think like I was a mechanic or something.
Want probably is cocaine, but I know that if I have a drink, then it'll be like, okay, well, I had a drink, then I can do this.
Is cocaine a stronger up?
Yeah. Cocaine
so you're way up with cocaine more than anything else you can think of.
Cocaine will turn you into a damn owl, homie. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You'll be out on your own porch, you know.
Yeah.
You'll be your own street lamp. You're freaking.
And is that a good feeling? Well,
no,
it's
horrible.
A miserable feeling.
But you do it anyway, just like the guy you're saying with the scotch. Like you knew it was bad, but you still.
So it's not even good during what would be normally the good time. In other words, oh wow. So why would you do it?
I wouldn't. That's why I don't.
Yeah, that's terrible.
But it's crazy because that's what alcoholism is. I think it's that it trumps the why.
Yeah.
It doesn't, and it just, you don't, and you just go to. It's like, so that's why they say that it's cunning, baffling, and powerful. That's what they say about alcoholism.
Yeah.
And it is. It's
Which is a bigger problem in our country, would you say?
opioids.
What, bigger than alcohol?
Oh, for sure.
Dog, you were the president of the United States of America. How the fuck did you not know? Like, alcohol is a massive problem. Alcohol is a massive problem. But, like, opioids are, like, alcohol is a massive problem because it's, like, readily available. Okay? Opioids are not as readily available. And even then, it's a massive killer. It's so funny because it's like, this motherfucker only talks about opioids when he's talking about how Mexicans are bringing over the border. Like, it blows my mind. Like, how the fuck were you how the fuck do you say it at every rally? And there is not even a fucking curiosity behind those eyes where you were just like, let me look into this a little bit. Like, he literally has not looked into it at all. Like, that's actually shocking. That is actually shocking how fucking stupid Americans are. That they literally voted for and will vote again for a guy that is that dumb. Like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. It doesn't make any fucking sense that this dude literally is just like he's not even interested. Like, he's just saying shit, dude. He is just saying shit. Yeah, alcohol kills more people than opioids per year. Except, once again, alcohol is readily available and consumed by a much larger percentage of the population than opioids. So the per capita deaths, I think, the per capita deaths per opioid is like way fucking worse in terms of consumption. I think he's just playing dumb to make Theo feel smart. No, dude. I think he just straight up doesn't fucking know. And also because his like brother died to alcohol. Like, lethality rate, yeah. Doesn't that make alcohol worse? The absolute numbers matter in that case. No. Brother, we're talking about, no, per capita is obviously going to be, or the lethality rate is obviously going to be more significant because, like, especially at mass consumption, I would say that like something that is so addictive and something that is so fucking addictive and something that's like a massive killer that there is no social usage of. Like, with alcohol there is like a shit ton of people. With alcohol, there is a shit ton of people that just drink it and don't become alcoholics. Okay? There are a lot of people that do. Okay? And that's why, and there's a lot of people that drunk drive and kill other people. Like, there's a social phenomena associated with it as well. But opioids are so incredibly addictive and so incredibly fucking deadly. Most people who drink alcohol don't have a use disorder about it. Yeah. And I say this as someone who struggled, obviously, as you guys know. So, like, I'm telling you, it's not like there is a social consumption of alcohol that like many people engage in, many people partake in. Asking Trump about curtailing business. Holy fuck, Theo, bro, pivoted from the Sacklers so hard. Yeah, he did.
I think that's one of the biggest problems.
And
Like,
compare that to fentanyl.
oh yeah, well that's the problem is people are making fake opioids because they can't afford real ones, or they're just getting them off the street and then they put fentanyl in them.
Yeah. Fentanyl's like laced into everything now. It's horrible.
It's horrible. Yeah, they found some in a baby rattle somewhere. I think I don't even know where that was. But one of the things I wanted to ask you about was like, so there's like the big pharma lobbyists. Like there's 1,800 big pharma lobbyists in Washington D.C.
Yeah, you can't just like moderately be a social fentanyl user, chat. Like that's not a thing. Okay. What the fuck are we talking about? That's nuts. I know a few. Oh my God, bro. Sure.
Right.
There's only 535 total representatives or senators total. So just the fact that there's this whole other almost drug government that's there kind of pushing pushing agendas and influencing things. Like, how do we stop that, man? It just seems like it's obviously killing people. Like people are dying, it's like, what do we have to do that our own government won't help us?
He's going to talk about fucking immigrants bringing it over, I suspect.
Well, you have to stop listening to lobbyists. I was not a big person for lobbyists. And if they have even a little access to like a president or a senator or a congressman or woman,
they're snakes.
They get a lot of money.
Yeah.
And in some cases, they just take the money. They don't do anything. But you have a lot of lobbyists in Washington pushing, and certainly a lot for all of.
Dog, you literally made lobbyists, or even worse than lobby. Murad, you look too skinny, bro. That's crazy. Okay, bro, he put lobbyists in charge of the agencies that are supposed to be regulating the industries that they were lobbying the government on. He put industry leaders. He sidestepped lobbyists in certain instances. Like Betsy DeVos is directly a fucking lobbyist. She was a secretary of education. She comes from a rich ass family who lobbied the fucking government. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, I hate lobbyists. He's currently lobbying the oil and gas industry, bro. I can't believe it. Trump will never do an interview that is not in a controlled environment or with a person who is fucking utterly oblivious to the reality. Like, did he really though? How do I find this? Look up every single agency appointment that Trump did. Literally, all of the top level officials. Lobbyists lobby the government on behalf of certain sectors and certain corporations. Trump literally cut across the lobbyists and just had industry leaders take over the role of the regulatory agencies. And beyond that, there were also obviously direct fucking lobbyists in the administration as well. That's one lobbyist for every 14 political appointees and 4 times more than Obama had appointed 6 years into office. It's fucking crazy that he's saying this. But of course, what the fuck does Theo